Hello. So today we are doing DSA question, data structures and algorithm questions which are asked in interview. And today's question is containers with the most water. Before I start this question, I would like to tell you that if you want to watch the same video in Hindi language, the link for that video it will be in the description below. And if you want to read about the code which I am writing in English, Hindi, or in English, which is Hindi written in English form like messaging language which is used in India, that documentation link will be in the description below. So you can go ahead and read about this code. And let's discuss the structure of our function which we have given. And let's discuss the question and let's do this. Let's solve this. Okay. So as you can see, we are given a vector which consists of integers and is named height. Okay. The function name is max area, so obviously we have to find the maximum area of something, and we have to return integer in an output. So we have to return a single integer as an output. So now let's go ahead and let's understand the question. So our question states that we are given an array of integer. We are given an array of integer height whose length is n, and this is our array, and a line is drawn, a vertical line is drawn. So basically we are given an array and vertical line are drawn like this. Okay. So we have to find such two heights where the maximum amount of water can be stored. So in our case, the maximum amount of water can be stored from where to where? From here to here, because like let's say this some pillar is there and some pillar is here. So max water which can be stored is here. We can't store maximum water here because the area is less here, the area is more here, the width is more, and here also the width is less than this, and here we can store the max water. So what essentially we are doing, let's go ahead and actually watch our diagram. So we are just finding a minimum height and we are making a widest container. We have to find a widest container which can store the maximum amount of water. And if we found the widest container in an array, the max area of that container should be greater than any which we can possibly find. That means that we found the widest container which can hold the maximum water. After this, all the container will obviously hold less water than this container. So all we have to do is we have to find the widest container, then we have to compare whether that this container is greater than the container, let's say this container, and that's not the case, we will move ahead, or this container, that's not the case, and we will move ahead, and we have to just return this max area of this container. So let's now code it, and I will walk you through the code also. Okay, so let's say we make an integer of water to store the amount of water which we have, and let's say we say I is equals to 0, because we have to start from 0th index, and we say our j is equals to height, which is our vector name, dot size, that this will give us the vector size -1. So we are starting from 0 and we will go to the second last element. Okay. What we can do now is we can say while I is less than j, which will be true because I is obviously less than j above. We have to find an int h, minimum height, because if we found a minimum height, that means that we have to find a minimum height to know we have to find a minimum height so that we can multiply the difference of j minus I in it. So what this will give us? This will give us max water. So water, maximum amount of water. This will give us a maximum amount of water. Let's say j is this and I is this. So if we minus this and this, we will get all of this, right? And we have to find the minimum and multiply with the minimum height, which is this, right? So this will give us our maximum water between two lines and maximum width of container. So let's find min, and this will compare the two values. So I will say HAIGHT. We have to find the minimum of height between I and HAIGHT. J. So this will store the minimum between I and J. So basically a minimum height um of a pole from either I or from J. And now what we can do is we can say water is equals to max. We want a maximum amount of water, and we can say H, which or we can say water because we have defined water above water, and we will use our formula J minus I, which will give us difference between J and I, and multiply H. This will give us the maximum water, the maximum width container. Okay, all we have to do is now we have to just compare while, because obviously after this every container will be smaller than this because this is the maximum size container. So j I minus j is equals if this condition is true, and if uh, height I height I is less than or equal to h, in that case, all you have to do is say I plus plus, and while I is less than j, and height j is less than equal to h, say j plus plus. So this will compare, and now all we have to do is return our water, return water, and this will give us the max area or max amount of water, that is maximum area. So okay, why? So we have done something. Okay, address. What is happening here? Let's see. Let's rework. So water is equals to 0 and I is equals to 0. Okay, j is equals to height size minus 1 while I is equals to this. Int h is equals to min height I, height j. This will give us minimum water is equals to max of water j minus I into h, which is true. Okay, while let's let's say if let's first compare and then see. I hope this will work, and I think that should work. Height HELGST, height this, this. Let's run. Okay, testing address sanitizer. So basically, it is clustering some memory problem. It is showing some memory problem. Men try it or not. Or men, we have to take a curly braces. No, we don't have to take a curly braces. Water is equals to max. Water G minus I into H. That is also true. While HI is less than H and I is greater than I plus plus. Okay. Mhm. Okay. We are incrementing J while we have to decrease it because we are coming from right to left. So that's why. Maybe. I hope this will work now. Okay, now as you can see, it is running. So we were in like from coming from like last index to first index, we were trying to go beyond the vector, which was not there was no space there. So that's why this error was coming. So I hope and yeah, these are kind of error which we have you have to watch for and yeah, these are silly mistakes which you can make while writing the code. So as you can see, our test cases has been passed, and yeah, again, if you want to watch the Hindi version of this same video, the link will be in the description. If you want to watch, read about it in English, Hindi or Hinglish, the link will be in the description. I will see you in a bit. Bye bye. Peace.